Hey, do you know what is the first round that your resume needs to get through? No, it's not hiring managers. It's the ATS, the Applicant Tracking System. So the role of the ATS is to remove 90% of the applicants. Yes, you heard correctly. It's 90% of the applicants that will be removed by the ATS. So you can see that many of you are removed by the ATS. If you haven't received any interviews, then a good chance is you have been removed by the ATS. Hi everyone, I'm Thea from agejob.com.au, helping skilled migrants and international students get jobs and live a better life. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps to help your resume get through the ATS easily. This is the first round, but also an important round of the application process, because if you cannot get in, then you cannot get closer to the interviews and finally the job offers. So pay attention to this video, watch it to the end so that you can pass the ATS easily. Now, in order to know how to pass the ATS, you need to know what it is looking for. And this is also where most job seekers do it wrong. So let's dive in the first tip. First thing first, if you want to pass the ATS, you need to know how it works. So ATS is a software where hiring managers set up with the key requirements of the position. And then the ATS will scan through your resume to look for these key requirements and decide whether you are a good match or not. So what is it looking for? It is looking for keywords because hiring managers set it up by keywords. So if you want to pass the ATS, you must have the right keywords on your resume. So what are keywords? So keywords are the important words that are repetitive across the job ad. If you see some words over and over again in the job ad, they must be keywords. And keywords form the basis of the position. So some keywords of the accountant position are accounts payable, accounts receivable, bank reconciliation, reporting, and etc. So you can see that the keywords basically describe the tasks and the responsibilities that you will do if you get hired for that position. Once you know how to identify the keywords, now you need to inject the keywords into your resume. But not any keywords. You need to inject the keywords of the specific job that you are applying for. Now, this is where most job seekers make a big mistake here. So they have keywords on their resumes, but they are using the keywords from the industry or from the position in general. So it means that they don't customize their resume to the job that they are applying for, or they use only one resume for all the jobs. Now let's be honest here. Are you making this mistake? The result is very obvious. When you have applied to so many jobs, but you haven't received any interviews, a good chance is you are using the wrong keywords. Now, when you inject the keywords onto your resume, then you should try to avoid these 3 mistakes. Mistake number 1, injecting keywords to only 1 or 2 parts of your resume. So it's totally wrong. Some job seekers only inject keywords to 1 or 2 parts of their resume, but the ATS will scan through the whole resume. It doesn't select just 1 or 2 parts of your resume to scan. So if you have keywords in only 1 or 2 places of your resume, then you still turn out to be not a good match, because at that time you are still a 20% match. You are not qualified enough for that position. So that's why you are still removed by the ATS even though you have keywords. So the tip for you is you need to inject keywords for the whole resume. Now, mistake number 2, injecting keywords everywhere. So on the flip side, some other job seekers know that the ATS will look for keywords. So that's why they try to stuff their resumes with keywords. So they inject keywords everywhere even though it's not relevant. But they don't know that after the ATS, the hiring managers will check their resumes again. And at that time, for sure, the hiring managers will realize that they are trying to cheat. And when they read the resume, it doesn't make sense. It's just a bunch of random keywords and it's not understandable by human. So you are still removed by the hiring managers if you try to do that. So the tip for you is just inject the keywords where it's relevant. Now, mistake number 3, copy and paste the job ad. So this happens when you don't know how to identify the keywords. You think that all the words on the job ad are important and you don't want to leave any of them out. You want to include all of them. So that's why you copy and paste the phrases of the job ad onto your resume. Again, it's very obvious to hiring managers. Remember, the job ad is built by the hiring managers. They know what phrases are used on the job ad. And now when they read your resume, they can see exactly the same phrases on your resume. So it tells them that you don't put any effort into your resume, and it also means that you are not serious with the job. So it wouldn't be appreciated by hiring managers, and they don't have good impression about that. So they still remove you out of the application process. So don't copy and paste the job ad. Now, I can see many job seekers make formatting mistakes that stop the ATS from scanning. Remember, the ATS looks for words. It doesn't look for design elements because these design elements don't have any meanings. So it cannot decide whether you are a good match or not. And the second reason why you shouldn't use design on your resume is because most of the time the ATS cannot read what is inside the design. For example, if you put copy inside a box, then the ATS cannot read the copies. So it will think that it is empty. So it means that you will lose the information that you put inside the box. So you will turn out to be not a good match. So what you should avoid on the resume, you shouldn't use header, footer, boxes, shading, or the pictures like logo, images, etc. These design elements don't have any meaning to the ATS, and you will lose the information when you put inside these designs. So that's why the tip for you is you should focus on the content of your resume and not the design. In this video, I have shared with you 3 simple steps to help you get through the ATS easily. But I still have a lot of effective tips to help you get through this gate. So make sure that you check out this video right here to ensure that you can get through this challenging but important gate in the application process. And I will also put the link up here, so make sure that you check it out after finishing this video. This video is part of the resume writing series, and I have special news for you. So I'm working on a free masterclass where I will share with you a lot of powerful strategies to help you write an ace resume that can land numerous interviews and finally the job offer. So the special thing is it's free, and from now you can register to join the masterclass. Don't miss out. You can join from the link acejob.com.au/aceresume. And I will make sure that this masterclass will be delivered directly to your inbox when you register for this masterclass. In the meantime, while you wait for that masterclass, I have developed a 3-step job search action plan during COVID-19 because I want to give you a hand to come out of this stronger. So it is a 9-page booklet where I use a lot of powerful strategies that help my VIP one-on-one career coaching clients land a lot of interviews and their dream job offers. So make sure that you download it. The link to download is in the description box down below and also in the first comment of this video. Now, getting through the ATS is not easy, and the result is very obvious. If you have applied to different jobs, but you haven't landed any job interviews, then you need to use stronger strategies. So if you have tried different ways, but you still cannot land any interviews, then feel free to reach out. Head over to my website at acejob.com.au/one-on-one. Check out the secret job securing system and all the testimonials on that page. Book a call with me from the calendar, and I will share with you the full action plan where I will make sure that the job will be yours. Now, in this video, I have shared with you how to pass the ATS, and you have seen that we need to have the right keywords. We need to have good content on our resume. But how to write good content when you don't have the experience or when you don't have the local experience in the new country yet? Is a good question. So if you are interested in knowing how to do that, then I want you to hit that notification bell, because in the next video, I'm going to talk about the resume template for people from overseas with no experience. This is the question that I receive a lot from you guys, and it's quite challenging to write a resume when you don't have the experience, you don't know what to talk about on your resume. So hit that notification bell and stay tuned for that video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this video or any topic that you want me to talk about. Thank you so much for watching the full video, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.